Good afternoon. Tracy here. Way too many that fell out. And I'm just popping on here to see what message Spirit has for us today. If this is, I'm going to post this on TikTok if it's longer than 10 minutes and you'd like to see the rest of it, please feel free to look at Sweet Spot e-magazine on YouTube. Thank you. So first out we have Lord. Take charge with authority. You're the ruler of your own life. You. No one controls you. No one rules you. No one bosses you around unless you allow them to. Now, we're not talking about at work because people have to live. But we're talking about in your personal life, where you need to exhibit the most amount of strength on any given day, at any given time, during and throughout, because of any given situation. So it's like up to us to take charge. Then we have snake, shed old skin. And that's us as we're learning how to take charge of our own life. Deciding what comes, what goes, what stays, and what must make an exit. Shedding our old skin allows us to be able to recreate ourselves as to the person that we truly want to be, not the person that someone else said that we were. It's a big difference, huge difference. It allows us to reintroduce ourselves and to reacquaint ourselves with ourselves, and allowing us to reintroduce ourselves to everyone else so that they can understand who we are, what we're here for, and how they now need to respond and respect us. Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. So, as we're taking charge of our lives, as we're shedding old skin and reintroducing ourselves, we're doing it with grace. We are doing this with humility because we're able to deliver the message with love, because we now love ourselves. We've shed that old skin of self-doubt, fear, regret, shame, disappointment, unmet expectations, other people's lies, other people's trickery, other people's buffoonery, other people's buttfuckery, and allowing ourselves to be manipulated, and everything else that comes with shedding that old skin. Because in our new skin, we are as we want to be. We are as loving and graceful, kind, caring, funny, attentive, supportive, loyal, fierce, protective, warrior, all of those things that we now identify ourselves as we now are, which allows us to gracefully transition and transfer and project that energy onto others. Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. So it's basically not so much of watching one thing or listening to one person. Sometimes that healing information comes from other sources, the sources that we least expect it to come from. It can come from animals, as we're watching animals, as we're looking out at nature, looking maybe butterflies, birds, deer, bear, eagles. It doesn't make a difference. It can come from an elder, someone not necessarily associated with your circle, but an elder from another circle, because they have a different viewpoint on life and different experiences, and that person has different wisdom to shed the light that we need to bring everything into clarity, so that the shadows are gone and everything is illuminated like the sun. No longer hiding where we can't really see everything, but having the sun and the light and the truth cast on everything, so that we see everything clearly and up close. Let's get some clarifiers. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know about the Lord, Snake, and the Shaolin Master. And I feel like that Shaolin Master is not just someone that's graceful, that's humble, but it's someone that's not afraid to tackle the hard things. That's not afraid to show that, hey, I got a dark side too. I just choose not to show my dark side or not to live in my dark side. But I got one too. That's too many cards, Spirit. That's too many. But this came out first. The Hierophant. I mean, that's us relying on, leaning on, depending on, hearing, asking, and being open to receiving, which is that additional way of receiving information, because you're open to receiving it from Spirit above. And sometimes hearing things from Spirit is, sometimes you're just sitting there and you hear a word, or you hear a phrase, or you hear a name. Just all of a sudden comes to mind. That's Spirit talking to you, telling you, warning you, guiding you. Nine of Wands. Spirit telling you these things that you need to know for your own protection, for your own direction. But a lot of times we think, that's weird. Shrug it off and we keep going. Only to say to yourself, dang, something told me not to do this, or something told me to do this. That was Spirit talking to you. Spirit letting you know with the Seven of Swords, there's some shit afoot. Something ain't right. You better pay attention. You better open up not just your two physical eyes, but you better open up that third eye. And hear what I'm trying to tell you. With the Knight of Wands coming in, coming out. There's some type of action. There's some type of energy. And it may not necessarily be pleasant, but it may be surprising. So Spirit's saying, I want you to pay attention. I want you to look. I want you to open your eyes. I want you to hear everything. And I want you to really concentrate on seeing everything. Don't concentrate on seeing everything with your physical eyes. Concentrate on seeing everything with that third eye. That intuition. Because that never lies to you. With the Lovers, your intuition, that's the relationship between you and Spirit. That's what that is. That's that here and that higher source, higher power speaking directly to you. Having that extra line of communication. There's too many. But this one fell to the side, which is the Knight of Swords when I turn it over. So there's some important information that's coming your way. It's coming quick. It may even be a lie. It's coming from somebody that you have a trusted relationship with. But it's going to be a lie. And Spirit said, pay attention. Because you're going to recognize and you were going to realize that they are lying at the moment that they're lying to you. Shh. Don't let them know that you know. Don't let them know that you know. With the Page of Swords, Spirit saying, just pay attention. That's all you got to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Because you know what? It's been my experience with people. You can sit back. You can relax. You can smile. You can be quiet. And you can say nothing. But what you're doing is you are allowing people to come at you however they truly are. That way, when it's time for you to roar and you take off that lamb suit that you got and out steps that lion and you go straight for that mother trucking jugular and you got blood all around your face and your lion's mane, all in your teeth. They have no one to blame but themselves. So be the gentle little lamb and allow them to show themselves as the hyenas that they are. Because one day with the chariot, it's going to be your turn to move forward. And that's when it's going to be, when you're shedding that skin. And when you shed that skin, everything that wasn't, everything that didn't, everything that should have but didn't, everything that they wanted but really couldn't, and everything that you didn't want, it's gone. It's gone. Just like that. You shed that skin, you turned around, you walked away. That's what snakes do. I'm not trying to compare you to a snake or anything that sheds its skin. Lizards, I guess, I don't know. They shed that shit and they keep it moving. They don't try and drag it around to remind themselves of the memory. Nope. Because at that point, they outgrew that skin. So it's about new growth. It's about growth being the key word. Growth being the important. That's too many words. That's too many cards. But I'll take this one. Growth with the Empress. The Empress represents that positive growth. And that's how you're going to feel, like the sun. Once you decide that, you know what, it's time to move forward. And you could even be moving forward to someone that represents growth. And someone that represents the sun. And this could be you. Because you just shed that old skin. You have a new way of looking at life. Things are clear now. Just like I said, everything is clear now. There's no shadows in this card. Not one. All you see is, well, there is one. But it's at the very bottom. But other than that, you can see everything. She doesn't even have a shadow. But a definite decision has been made after some communication has been heard. And after you've heard this communication, you have an opportunity to have a conversation yourself. With the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. But this is you basically deciding what you're going to say, when you're going to say it. Keeping everything close to your chest, but knowing that you saw what you saw. You heard what you heard. You know what you know. And you know how you feel about it. Whether it's something that you can or cannot support, you know how you feel about it. And if you cannot support it, that's you shedding your old skin. Saying, you know what? I have to stand for something. Because if I don't stand for something, if I don't take a stand and say, fuck this, no more, I'm done with you motherfuckers. Ciao, bye, hasta la vista, hasta la vista, hasta luego, adios, whatever. If you keep being around the same, you're going to keep getting the same. You can try and stand up and take a stand. But if you allow yourself to remain in that same situation, in that same company, whether that's a business company or personal company, as in people, you're going to get the same. Nothing changes until you do. Until you decide to put yourself first and you shed that old skin and you say, you know what, I'm loving myself. Enough of this bullshit. Enough of this overburdening me with some craziness that's not even my shit. Enough of that. I'm Audi 5000. You know? So let's talk about this Shaolin master. Us gracefully handling our business. Us letting them know that you better put some respect on my name. If you ever want to be able to walk the same. You know what I mean, man? So I'm about to come out. Come on, Shaolin Master. Talk to me, baby. Come on, Spirit. Tell me about that Shaolin Master. Oh, I feel something. Yep. But you know what? It's like, and then the thing is, it's like once we get to that point where we're like, you know, enough of this. I'm walking away. Done. And we walk away. We wonder, what was so hard for us to walk away from in the first place? Because then we see, we wasn't missing nothing. In fact, us removing ourselves lets what you just left know they needed you. Now they're in a place where they're having to reflect. They're having to think. They're having to say, wait. Maybe it is. Maybe it is us. No, I don't want to have to look at myself. I don't want to have to look at myself. I don't even want to have to think about that crap. I don't want to have to think that it's me. Once we leave that, once we gracefully walk away, we think, what were we so worried about? Because the wheel of fortune is then turning in our favor. It's then letting us know you made the right decision. You made the right step. You made the right move. You're going in the right direction. You're victorious. The seed was planted and you just needed to follow through. But either way, you're moving forward in the same direction because you see the stability of it. You understand the magnitude of it. And you want it. And will do everything in your power with the Seven of Wands to defend it and yourself so that you never have to go through this or it again. Talk about learning life lessons. Talk about getting it together. See, it's like who you thought and what you thought was your wish fulfillment was not a wish fulfillment. It was really just an obstacle. Something to throw you off. Someone to throw you off. That was it. An option. That was it. But it's somebody else that you truly love. It's someone else that you truly desire. Whether this is yourself, the relationship with yourself, or whether this is a relationship with someone else. But there is someone else, something else. It's elsewhere. And it could be elsewhere within you. Like I said, it's so clear now. Everything is so clear. It's like wanting to be healed. Practicing healing every day. Practicing it. Understanding it's not just about you saying, I'm over it. No, you had to go deep. You had to learn to dive deep. You had to go down that damn rabbit hole. You had to look at stuff that didn't feel comfortable. You had to accept the truth. You had to understand and to realize where you went wrong. This is everything that everyone has to go through. Everyone. Me, you, them too. Everyone. Everyone goes through it. But the thing is, it's like you allowed Spirit to take you through it. To gracefully, humbly take you through it. And there was so much celebration on the other side and realizing the people in your life that were not good. The people in your life that caused the conflict with their in and out energy. And how maybe now they are experiencing the same thing, if not worse, of what they did to you or what they did to someone else. It's funny how that wheel of fortune, it turns. Sometimes it turns in our favor and sometimes it doesn't. Just depends on what we did and which way we wanted that wheel to turn. Because no matter what we do, whether it be good, indifferent, bad, downright dog, whatever we do, angelic, whatever we do, the universe always writes itself. So if we did 10 good deeds and expected nothing in return, the universe will bless us with 100 good deeds for us. If we did 10 horrible deeds and expected nothing in return, the universe may bless us with 10, 20, 30 years of horrible deeds done to us, or 10 lifetimes of coming back with the opportunity to get it right. Can you imagine having Groundhog Day for 10 lifetimes? Feeling like each time you went through life, like, dang, this is like a deja vu. I feel like I've been here before. And feeling like you had that thought that you've even been there before. With the 4 of Cups. Feeling like, dang, I feel like I've been here before. Because you just couldn't see the blessing this time. Or they just couldn't get it right. As if their nickname was Can't Get Right. Wouldn't that be horrible? But Someone's ships are coming in. Someone just decided to turn their back on the situation and look towards the future. And their future is starting to look bright because they can see as they walk away from the toxicity, as they walk away from the negativity, as they walk away from what no longer serves them and what they no longer deserve. Their ships get closer. Their ships are coming in. So as you move through life, sometimes you have to look at, not, oh my gosh, I feel like this is what I'm going to have to give up if I do this. Sometimes you have to look at it like, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve that. I've done nothing to deserve this. I've done nothing to deserve that. The World card. Understanding what you've done and what you haven't done. What is yours and what isn't yours. Like I said, standing up. Making a stand, taking a stand. Because if you refuse to take a stand and say, this, I'm done, they're going to continue to be like, she'll be back. Give her a couple of days to cool down. She'll come back. Give her a couple of weeks. Give her a couple of months. Well, maybe we can give her a couple of years. Well, it's been 10 years. Maybe in the next 10 years. Well, we've lost about everybody, and there's only 2 left. Maybe she's not coming back, or maybe he's not coming back. 2, someone on their deathbed realizing they're not coming back. I may as well go ahead and let go. Ain't that fucked up? Ain't that fucked up? That shit is fucked up. To have to sit there and realize that, think about that shit, understand that shit, come to terms with that shit, and then have to swallow that big ass pill whole. I'm telling people, it's all about how you treat people. That shit comes back on you. And it doesn't come back the way you want it. You think, oh, no, fuck that. I'm good. I can get along without that person. They can't get along without me. Only to fuck around and find out, no, they was the one who was able to get along without you. And you are the one not able to get along without them. All because of ego. All because of pride. All because of thinking that I'm going to win at all motherfucking cost. You don't win at all cost. Everybody in this picture, everybody in this is a loser. Nobody is working together. Nobody is looking the same way. One is over in the distance by the water, feeling their emotions. The other one is raising their cup up to the sky, asking, why, God, why? And then this other one with the 3 swords trying to sneak up. You know what? Nobody is a winner. Everybody is a loser. Everybody is a loser. So it's like Spirit saying, hey, it's time for you to let that, whatever doesn't work, let it go. Shed that skin. become the Shaolin master of spirituality. It's like, stay to yourself. Take time to yourself. Like they say, do you, boo? Do you? And although someone in your life, you look up to, you respect, sometimes you have to look and see who that person is really. Because we know that all leaders are not good leaders. Some of them lead us down rabbit holes. Some of them lead us to nuclear wars, death, damnation. So you have to recognize and realize who you're putting your trust in. Who you're just like a dog lapping up what they say, like, yep, what else? Oh, I want that too. No. Fuck all that. You have to realize, because you have to be on your own guard. You can't allow someone to fuck up your life and then in the end you be upset because you followed someone else. You gotta follow yourself. With the Seven of Swords, don't believe the lies of somebody else, because you will allow their lie to ruin your life. Ain't that deep? You got to look out for someone. Don't just, and you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. People try to be sneaky in these damn streets. You got to pay attention and see what's really going on. And once you see what's really going on, you about to look at that shit in a whole new way. With a whole new light. With a whole new recollection of shit. With a whole new realization. And a whole new respect for the truth. You about to do the damn thing. And then once you do the damn thing, tell you one thing, you're going to be protecting yourself from future heartbreak and future heartache. Sure enough. Could even be someone that you had your guards up against and you broke this other person's heart, and this other person walked away from you and put you on a timeout and ended some shit. Said, oh, okay, you want to do all that then. But you saw how easy it was not. And then you understood some shit whenever you had a fucking wake-up call. And then you became all respectful of that lonely highway that someone had to endure by themselves. Now you recognizing and realizing, understanding and remembering some shit. And seeing that this person is a motherfucking hero or she-ro. Juggling everything that person had to juggle and being strong on top of it. Having to do all this stuff. And then be on top of that, having to have not just they back, but they back and possibly y'all back from other people that was doing some underhanded sneaky shit that now you see. Now you see. Auntie. Yes. You got to be on this shit. Let's get a couple of cards from my little stack. And we're going to tie this one up. Yeah, honey, be on your guard, especially as you shed that new skin. Like I said, listen, Linda. Listen, 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 Linda, 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 listen, listen. Don't interrupt. What are they saying? Do you believe they stuff? Listen to what they saying, because you're going to hear the lie when the lie come out. Allow them to be transparent. Allow them to say whatever it is that they want to say to you. Be open. Allow them to be honest. And allow them not to have to hide. So you know exactly who and what you dealing with. Because now you know who is in the good spotlight, and you know who's not in the good spotlight, who's in the bullshit field, who's trying to sneak in, who's trying to bring in some Vaseline with sand in it so they can get you all bent over. Talking about some, yeah, I'ma lube you up, not knowing this got sand, and that wouldn't feel good. I don't care what orifice it is. And no, I don't do that one. So, anything else, Spirit? Thinking too much information. But just so nobody gets any damn ideas. Hell no. Anything else? Couple more turns, couple more spins. All right, anything else, Spirit? Okay, there's one more. One more. Oh, hold on. Ooh, goodness. Okay, that's it. Okay. This kept coming out. The good spotlight. The good spotlight. Look at you. Be proud of yourself. And this came out too. Oh, yes. That person, pay attention, listen. Because you be transparent. Let them be transparent, because you're going to see that they are doing nothing but being a player. You can tell them, honey, miss me with it. Okay? That's a joke. That's a no. That's a excuse yourself from the table type of thing. That's a wrong way, baby. Don't take this Don't take this person seriously. Listen to what they got to say, though. Listen to that. Okay? And at the bottom, we got WTF. A bad surprise. Disgust. Okay? Ow! Thank you. This is Tracy, and I'll see you next time.